Well, hello there everybody, and welcome to the stream. I hope you are all well. Let me just put the in-game audio on right there. Not sure how long I'm going to roll for tonight. Just, you know, kind of checking up on things, making sure everybody's okay. Just checking the stream preview and all that lot. You know, you know how it goes. So, just gonna maneuver that down to there. Alexandra Correa, hello there. Green Warrior in the chat as well, also Erase Gaming. Real quick, I just thought of something. If you know of any Jurassic World Evolution Discords, please feel free to share this stream out, you know, or on your social medias or anything like that. You know, I'm not one for spamming that sort of stuff, but, you know, if you'd like to do that, it'd be very much appreciated. Micah T, hello there, mate. How's it going? I would like to say real quick, thank you to everybody who subbed to the channel, because I hit 2k like 2 days ago, and I'm already on like 2.08k. What is that? Like 40 subs a day? What is this? Okay, but thank you very much, everybody. I'm just going to check my audio levels, you know what I mean? Oh, I also need to remove that stream will start anytime now. Let me just get rid of that countdown there. Just making sure everything's okay. Should be fine. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, also in the past 28 days, I've done, wait for it, 250,000 views in 28 days. What is that? Honestly, you're all spoiling me. Okay, so as you know, this is part 4 now of the Isla Quadrado live stream. Let me just check, yeah, that Wiimods settings are on. And any enclosure ideas that you have, please let me know. I'm just gonna, the paperwork's wedged under the camera. That's no good, is it? Let me just get the paperwork for the enclosures. There we go. Paperwork. Yeah. Green Warrior says, "What up? What up?" Yeah. So, yeah, I've got this bit of paper with lots of writing on it. This bit of paper with lots of writing on it. That's nothing. This bit of paper with a ton of writing, and that piece of paper on the back side as well. And also this. So we've got all the enclosure ideas right there. If you have any ideas for enclosures, I will let you know real quick. A quick, you know how I start the stream, just a quick progress update. The volcano is the final enclosure. This here is enclosure 1. Right, let me just get onto this. So if anybody has any enclosure ideas, let me know, because there's about 6 or 7 spare. So yeah, just let me know. And once this part is complete, I will be uploading it for anybody to use as well. So that's hopefully going to be a very good thing, and hopefully people will use the park. This is going to be like one epic park tour video. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can see I've already put the framework in for the tour. I was hoping to work on some decorations throughout the week. I have been quite busy. And if you followed the community tabs, I was streaming on my other channel tonight, just a one-off. But yeah, that's all good. So this here is enclosure 1. We're doing sauropods. Bearing in mind, this is new species only. This park, only new species. So enclosure 1 is going to be sauropods. Just a few sauropods in there. Enclosure 2 is the Spinosaurus enclosure with the Spinosaurus pack. Enclosure 3 is the swamp. Bearing in mind, decorating a little bit tonight. Dinosaurs, Dimetrodon, Carbonomids, Minmi. Okay, enclosure 4 is the Dilophosaurus enclosure. Enclosure 5 is the mammal enclosure. Yes. Green Warrior says a best in slot, put it in with the Pleistocene enclosure with a top hat and monocle. Yes, I might have to do that. I was testing that out earlier, actually. I might have to do a quick short of that. Who knows? Enclosure 6 is some small herbivores. I might mess about with that idea. Who knows? That was my one that I just kind of shoehorned into that corner. Enclosure 7, small carnivores, as in compy-sized carnivores. Enclosure 8, Iguana colossus. Yes, and there is an Iguana Don hybrid mod coming as well, which I'd like to get in there. Enclosure 9, Herrerasaurus rigs. Now, if you have noticed, I did a Herrerasaurus rig short, and in the space of less than 24 hours, that has now hit nearly 19,000 views in less than 24 hours. What is this? For literally just showing the Herrerasaurus. But so far we've got Gajirasaurus, Monolophosaurus, Nanotyrannus, Nanuxsaurus, Utahraptor, Concavenator, AOG, Australovenator times 2, Concavenator, Young T-Rex, Scary Monsters, Alioramus, Achillobeta, Coretrosaurus, Megaraptor, Orcoraptor, Electrosaurus so far. So there's 16. There was a new Herrerasaurus rig that got added. Enclosure 10, Eutyrannus. Enclosure 11, Zoocheng Tyrannus, but that's in brackets because that could change to something else because I've got the Asia and Africa enclosures a bit further down the line. Enclosure 12, this is going to be separated into little smaller raptor enclosures, including Utah, Dakota, Mega, and Excavaraptor. And the Excavaraptor obviously has them, them digging claws. So the Excavaraptor is going to have like a pit as well. Enclosure 13, Thanatotherastes, the demon tooth of Netraptor. Enclosure 14 then, arthropods and Diplocaulus. So this is going to look similar to that swamp enclosure over there. Enclosure 15, Stegosaurid. So we're talking Wuohosaurus and that Hesperosaurus, which has now been removed, but I've still got it. So good. Enclosure 16, Ceratopsians, of which there is many. So there is going to be Ceratopsians in there. 17, Hadrosaurs. There's many of them too. I will have to look through the new species just to kind of get back up to speed with that. Enclosure 18, T-Rex family, including the young T-Rex. I'm just going through, so if you have any enclosure ideas, then at least I've gone through the ones that we've already got. Enclosure 12, Triassic enclosure, including the Liliensternus, Eoraptor, Postosuchus, Niosaur, Plateosaur, Musaurus, Gajirasaurus, with the Triassic foliage featuring predominantly in that enclosure. I think I've gone the wrong way there. Yeah, that's enclosure 18. Enclosure 19, that's the Triassic one, sorry. Enclosure 20, African exhibit. Enclosure 21, the Asian exhibit. That's enclosure 22. No ideas for that. That one is open for suggestions. Green Warrior says, now that shorts are officially integrated into YouTube, your videos are popping off. I know, mate. It's crazy, and I'm loving it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Enclosure 23, aquatic elasmo and megalodons in there. Enclosure 24, walking with dinosaurs. Enclosure, doing a what is it? Similar to Big Al and the Diplodocus from Walking with Dinosaurs, but we're doing it with the Seismo and the Torvosaurus to make it a new species version of that. Then enclosure 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30 are all unaccounted for. So if you have any enclosure ideas, please put them in the chat. A pen is at the ready to write in. Literally, look, them enclosures are empty. So I'm waiting for enclosure ideas on that. Jessica says, hey, sorry, I thought you were busy on Discord, so I logged off. That's all good. No, I was actually doing a stream on my other channel when you were saying about, do you know what I mean? The thingy, the mod that you're working on. So, yeah, I had to kind of go over and sort that out. But I hope you're doing well. Yes, also, Jessica, you've got a blue wrench in the chat as well. Thank you. And also, let me just make sure that we're doing things right across the board here. Also, Alexandra Career as well. Also got a blue wrench. Doesn't mean too much. It's basically just a token of my gratitude. Just means, do you know what I mean? I think your comments will appear a little bit quicker. I haven't got slow mode on the chat anyway, so it shouldn't really affect anything. But also it means that you can post links, things like that. And also, if anybody comes in being an idiot, you have my absolute confidence that you know, you'll delete comments and kick or ban people. So far, I haven't had any trolls or anything, but I'm no stranger to YouTube. It does happen. People do troll. Feel free to whack a mole if idiots come in. Okay, you have my absolute confidence. Okay. Catalyst Short Films and Fade Play says, hello and thank you for the mod installation. Dude, no problem at all. You know, it's my pleasure. Thank you for watching it. I hope it's helped you out. Yeah, which mod installation video was it, by the way? I'd like to know. Yeah, because I've done a few mod installation videos. Jessica says, "Oh, okay, no problem. Oh, thanks. That's cool. Okay, been helping Jessica behind the scenes to make a new mod, but I'm not saying anything more unless Jessica's going to say anything." Okay. Green Warrior says, I think this stream should be getting the verticality and depth to the enclosures done. They're looking a little flat. Oh, yes. Okie dokie. These opening enclosures, these ones, obviously the swamp can't have any verticality to it because the water will get removed. So I don't want to be, do you know what I mean, doing much with that one. But the rest I can start adding some up and downs to it, yeah. Probably going to need to delete the tour gates, probably. Yeah, that's it. Catalyst Short Films and Fade Play says, WeMod. Oh, okie dokie. So it was like from the full guide thing. I think it was about 25 minutes long, that video, but it included how to install terrain tools, mixed areas, expanded islands, any new species dinosaur, WeMod, all of the props, ACSE. Yeah, just literally went to town with it. Best guide, no Cobra. Yes, that's the one. That's the one, mate. That's a good guide, that. There is a few mods for it within that have been updated, so I might have to do a version 2 of that because there is some updated ways of doing things. But for the most part, it is still very, very correct and very helpful. So good. Erase Gaming says, I'm back. Sorry for my absence. It's okay. You don't need to apologise, mate. It's all good. Like, I'm sorry. I'm back. Yeah, it's okay. There's no obligation to be here. It's fine. Okay. Right. Okay. So I think I'm going to have to delete the tour track. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, that didn't actually fully. Oh my God, the game crashed. I don't think it actually liked me deleting the ranger station. I don't think it liked me deleting the ranger station and then deleting the track. It's a bit odd. We'll reload. It's fine. I didn't actually do anything there editing wise, so that's fine. Let's just shuffle that back over here. There we go. And we're back on track. Yep. Well, that was fun. I hope that's not going to do that over and over again. But obviously to be adding the verticality has been suggested by the CEO of Creative Input, Green Warrior. I will need to be deleting the enclosure gates and probably the tour track as well. But that was just a template of where the tour track's going to be going, just while I figured out which enclosure was what number. Catalyst Short Film says, I mostly play on Epic Games, so I tried it and it also works, so thank you. That's absolutely fine, mate. Absolutely fine. Yes. Yeah, I think it's because I deleted the station first. That's kind of messed it up. Hopefully it's not going to be deleting the fence. No, that's good then. Right, let's go through and delete the tour track and then I'll drop a fresh save. And then, as suggested, yeah, I'll start putting in some of the verticality to the enclosures. It might actually be a better idea for me to add some... Oh no, I'll add the decorations afterwards, but maybe the foliage... Yeah, verticality first, because then if you actually have the whatchamacallits, all the decorations and that, it's going to be weird when trying to add the verticality. So I'm just going through, deleting the tour track. That was a good template for the tour track just while I put the enclosures in. Yeah, Jessica says, oh no. Sometimes the game does crash like that. Who knows? It's very rare it crashes. That was obviously something to do with me deleting the tour station and then the track. So, yeah. Who knows? But that was a pretty hard crash. Green Warrior says, I've never seen the Jurassic World Evolution crash that hard. It really didn't like that. When you do a lot of mod testing and things like that for people, you do encounter crashes like that. Goes, oops, the game crashed. It's like, oh, yeah, I kind of figured that out, thanks. Yeah, it's like, thanks for the update. I'm sat here looking at my desktop, you know what I mean? But obviously there's no point sending a support ticket or anything like that because, well, they're going to go, are you using mods? And it'd be like, yep. Yes, indeed-o. Jessica says, what's your favourite dino? That's a toughie. I was always a fan as a kid. I was a fan of the Mamenchisaurus, just for its sheer size. And I think at the time, the Argentinosaurus had not been classified as the larger dinosaur at that point. So, yeah, I think that was the biggest known one at the time. Obviously, the T-Rex is always a favourite. Yeah, that's all good. Alexandra Correa says, back. Very nice. You do now have a blue wrench as well. You are now a moderator of the chat, which is very, very nice. Small token of my esteem. Yes, so obviously this bit here is quite tedious, but once that's done, I'll drop a save, start taking some decoration ideas for the enclosures. We'll start with enclosure 1 and we'll work through as we go. I've got all of the non-replaced scenery and everything like that. Also, outside of live stream, I will be trying to work that small aquatic enclosure as well, because I'm kind of keen on doing that. But that's going to take loads of finicky work, and I don't really want to do that on stream. It'd be too finicky and tedious, really. Erase Gaming says, oi, Green Warrior, I want to socialise. What's your favourite dino? That's it. Well, it's to the point. I mean, you've got to give him credit for that. There we go. Catalyst says, Sam Neill said Jurassic World Dominion will be like 6 hours long. I very much doubt that. The more likely, if it is going to be that long, to probably split it into 2 or 3 films. So possibly Dominion may even become its own trilogy. You know, that's the first I've heard of it. But, you know, I think the longest film I know of is like Lord of the Rings. And I mean, that's like 3.5 to 4.5 hours long, depending on whether you're watching the director's cut or not. And that is excessive. So 6 hours is too much. That's the equivalent of like 4 to 6 normal films. So, yeah. Okay, let me just double check. Yeah, I know I've missed a bit. Okay, let me drop a save there. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'd watch Dominion. I'd watch Dominion at 6 hours long, no problem. Yeah, I would need several breaks, though. Green Warrior says, going to have to say Ichthyo Venator. Very, very nice. There we go. Erase Gaming says, only true dinosaur fans would watch a 6-hour dinosaur film. Oh, the director's cut, yeah. Oh, God. Full director's cut of that. Bearing in mind, with a lot of these enclosures, they do name specific new species. So what I'll have to do is, once all the enclosures are complete, I'll drop the save, then it'll be ready to share with you all. Once all the tour tracks in and everything, and then I'll add the new species afterwards, because if I share the new species, if I share the island while it's got new species on it, then you'd need the exact new species to load the park, which is going to be a bit rubbish. I'd rather have it where it's kind of like you can stock it with whatever you want, do you know what I mean? Jessica says, why is Irritator called that? Because it irritates. Yeah, I think there was like a team in South America, and the only fossils they could get was on the fossil black market, and I think it was called Irritator because the was getting irritated that they could only find bits and bobs of the fossil, of the skeleton, should I say. That's why it got called the Irritator. Something along them lines, I believe. Okay, so this sauropod enclosure is long and kind of thin. But if you remember, enclosure 11, Zoocheng Tyrannus, I might even knock this through. I'm going to knock that through. And that can be just one giant sauropod enclosure right there. Okay. So that can be like the new thing. Also, of course, we do like exact lines for this. It is the Quadrado, so I do need to honour the fact that all enclosures need to be like squares. So let's on the go. Oh, come on. That's no good, is it? It won't quite let me put that there. Yeah, there we go. If you've noticed tonight, the chat is very much better. It's very much more up to the second, as it were. I've got it on ultra low latency, so yeah. Jessica says, oh, so that's the story behind it. Yes, indeed. Erase Gaming has bad memory, apparently. Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah, Darton. We got Darton here. See, nobody cares. Yeah. Catalyst says, yeah, there we go. Also, Catalyst, thank you very much. I'm just going to add the moderator in there. Awesome stuff. If you've noticed, now we're all on equal footing. That's probably the last one I'm going to give out tonight. But welcome to the moderator crew. Jessica says, how many tyrannosaurs are there in the world? That's very hard to say because a lot of them will still be in the ground. Yeah. How many tyrannosaurs have been discovered? That'd be a different question, and also I would not know the answer to that either. So, yeah. All good, dude. All good. Yes. Let me know in the chat if you appreciate that I actually appear on camera now rather than just talking from behind the image. Yeah, so, yeah, you know what I mean? I did drop a save down for that, didn't I? We'll drop another one real quick. And then start decorating some of the enclosures. So let's, there we go. It didn't crash that time. I think it's because I was using the crossing tour track, probably. So, yeah. There you go. My dog's hassling me. Come on, then. You're going to get on stream for a split second, dude. Come here. Taz, come. Come, Tazzy, come. Come here. Fat lazy bugger. Come on then. Hey, little appearance on stream. He likes to make an appearance. Look, that's me doggy right there. Look, called Tazzy. Is lovely. Hey. Oh, and he's laid on me now. All right. All right, yeah, chill out then. Oh, God, he's such a lummox. Go on, lay. Go on, over there, lay. You've served your purpose. Look at this. It's so soppy. He is. He's so soppy. All right. He's a real soppy dog, but he loves daddy, don't you? All right, that's enough of that anyway. Yeah, he's so well trained as well. Very intelligent dog. I've done very well training him. Yeah, it's not actually fat or lazy. He's actually very well, toned and in shape for a Labrador. For his age anyway. Usually they get a bit fat, but is still nice and trim. So he gets regular exercise, gets fed well. He lives a lap of luxury. And I tell you what, when I went to get him, he wasn't in a bad way physically, but the location he was in was bad. And I dread to think what happened to all his siblings. He had 7 brothers and sisters, so, and I can't really say the conditions they were in on stream, but it wasn't good. But I'm willing to bet he's got a better life than most dogs, let alone his siblings. How his turned out. Lives a lap of luxury, run of the house, fed well, you know what I mean, well trained, regular exercise, and all the love and care, you know what I mean. Yes, run of the house as well, you know what I mean, he goes anywhere. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're talking about you. Okay, that's enough. Back to Jurassic World Evolution. Okay, he does like his 1 appearance per stream though, so that's that out the way. Okay, so with this enclosure then, let's let's strip this back to basics. And we'll start fresh. Okay, so we'll put the tour track in there. Not the tour track. Get rid of the trees. Let's start with that. And just... Yes. The terrain tools are good, but the tree removal thing really is not quick enough, in my opinion. And it leaves a lot of like them like reeds if you don't stay on it as well. Just a small criticism is all of what is essentially one of the best mods for the game. Here we go. Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, dog power. Yeah. That's good. He's got you now. Yes. He's had me 7 years. He has. Catalyst says RIP is Lanublar, but where is Isla Sorna? Unknown. I've not thought about that. Green Warrior says, imagine if there's a mod that added the prehistoric kingdom brush. Well, it's more than possible. Just have to wait and see, won't we? Green Warrior, good thinking. Loads of dinosaur emojis in there. I don't know where you're finding them, but I'm going to have to find where they are because they look pretty good. Okay, so bearing in mind then, in the scenery selections, I'm trying to refrain from using too many of them Triassic trees, even though they do look very good. But there's like this one and there's the other ones, obviously. I'm not going to go through them all because you already know about them. But there is the one tree that looks really, really odd. Them ones, they look really good, but I'm trying to save them mainly for the Triassic enclosure. And obviously for that, it'd have to be like a rock texture on the ground. Yeah, so... Erased Gaming says, I'm waiting until baby dinosaur mods come out. Yeah, unless you use just like a smaller rig of the existing dinosaur, or rig editing makes it possible to reduce the overall size of a dino. Do you know what I mean? Then, yeah, I don't think that's going to be anything. Yeah. Green Warrior says, just spitting out emojis. That's all good because... The faster the chat goes, the more likely the stream is to be recommended to people. So feel free to spam the chat with emojis. It's all good by me. Catalyst says, Dilophosaurus family makes a return from 93 to 2022. Very nice. And if you remember, there was them lovely new Dilophosaurus mods, the Draco Venator. Have I got... Yeah, there's so many new species mods that I'm starting to forget the names of them. Let's have a look. It is the Draco Venator, I'm sure, but I'm just going to double check. Draco Venator, yes. And the novel, accurate Dilophosaurus as well is going to go in the enclosure. I do love the Dilophosaurus. That was one of the dinosaurs that really captured people's imagination, even if it's completely not accurate whatsoever. But, you know, there's no such thing as accuracy in Jurassic World. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. I will be honest, on the Nexus Mods page, people get very hung up on the accuracy of new species. When in reality, Jurassic Park and Jurassic World have never been about accurate dinosaurs. Never once. Never once has accuracy been the overall goal of Jurassic Park. And they've even been... Sam Neill even referred, do you know what I mean? The character referred to them as theme park monsters. Nothing more, nothing less. Jurassic Park 3. Accuracy is not a thing. I don't care about accuracy in this game. Really don't. Jessica says, Frontier manages to add babies in Planet Zoo, but can't add it in Jurassic World Evolution. They're probably saving that for Jurassic World Evolution too, let's be honest. That is going to be made. At some point, it will be made. There's enough interest still in this game for there to make number 2. So let's get a bit of verticality then. That was one of the overarching objectives. Yep, Jessica says, I know the feeling. That was kind of what I was referencing, to be fair. But there has been numerous other cases as well. So, yeah, let's get a bit of verticality in here then, as was suggested. Tiny Gamer, hello there. Hello. He says, Planet Zoo is an overall way more developed game. Let's be honest. Yeah. The only thing that kind of puts me off Planet Zoo is no controller support. I would love controller support. I would. For Planet Zoo. I'd love it, but there isn't any. There's no mods for it either, for controller support. I know there's tons of mods, but not for controller support. There's a mod for Jurassic Park Operation Genesis that adds controller support, so it must be doable. Then again, it is all like finicky menus in it, so yeah. Erase Gaming says, oh my god, I just googled how to make a Jurassic World Evolution mod, and every tutorial I looked at 22 minutes long, needs Cobra tools, and yes, I was planning to make a mod. It's a lot more tricky than you might think, and a lot of time goes in, and that's if you don't intend on making a model to begin with. Since I've been helping Jessica and also been speaking to a lot of modders behind the scenes and doing testing and that for them, when I started covering new species, I knew they took a while, but I didn't realise just how much effort went in, and it just gives you even more of an appreciation for it. Do you know what I mean? So now we have that verticality there to enclosure 1, which is nice. So I'm just, kind of weave through a little bit, and this is the sauropod enclosure. So we'll kind of be up there overlooking the raptor enclosure, little wiggly woo round here, going round, and then into the Spinosaur enclosure, just to make this, you know what I mean? We don't like enclosures that aren't square, do we? So, or rectangles. So we need to be putting something in place there, don't we, to kind of level that out a little bit. Okay, let's get that. And then the Spinosaur enclosure can be a little bit longer. That's better because it gained that space and it lost that little bit of space, so it makes sense. Yeah. So let's drop a save there. I am a fan of regular saving on this. Jessica says, I hope Jurassic World Evolution 2 has all the things Jurassic World Evolution has. Yes, like aquatic enclosures, things like that. Tiny Gamer says it's not that hard to do. It's not necessarily once you've done it once or twice, not necessarily, no. But if you're starting from scratch and you have no idea, you've never done mods before, then there is a big learning curve to it. I found that out when I tried on my own. Just saying, but I have no mod experience. If you've already got modding experience, it's probably going to be fairly straightforward, but just depends on what you know, doesn't it? Green Warrior says, just make one of those bright coloured skin mods and get like 5 downloads. Yeah, it takes a lot of time and patience. Catalyst says, everything in this universe is either a duck or not a duck. Green Warrior says, seriously, who has my Titanoboa Danger noodle mod? I very much doubt that this is going to be a thing, but Titanoboa would be a lovely addition, but that would take some rig editing, serious rig editing. But then also it'd be quite easy to modify that into the Dilopha boa. If you've seen that in Jurassic World the game, which I recently opened back up to just get some footage of the Jurassic World dinos from Jurassic World the game, and saw just how many crazy new species, hybrid species have added to that. Crazy, the hybrids on there. I'd love to see some hybrid dinosaurs coming from Jurassic World the game. Jessica says, I remember how much time it took for us to rename the files. Yes, indeed. There we go. Tiny Gamer says, if you turn down the intensity on the foliage or terrain brush, it transfers to the terrain paint, by the way. Oh, yes, I know, mate. Yeah, I'm just putting in the basic, whatchamacallits at the minute. Just the basic layouts of the enclosure for now. So the track goes in about here, maybe wind round through the middle. Yeah, that looks good. He says, I do have the Jurassic World Alive Titanoboa model, by the way. Very nice. Very nice. There we go. Let's smooth this off a little bit because that just looks ludicrous. I'm going to lose a lot of that water, but hey-ho, it is what it is. Just got to smooth this off a little bit. I might turn that radius down a touch. There we go. Just to kind of smooth. I don't like when you get them bobbly edges like that. There we go. Then the puddles will look a bit more natural as well when they're not just like perfectly round. Yeah, so let's just get a bit of a little bit of like puddlage on the go. Puddlage, is that a word? It is now. Okay. Green Warrior says, wait, no DNA, not game. Yeah. Jessica says, hey, by the way, the main is done now, just injecting left and the others. Oh, nice. Oh, you went through them files, did you? And got them done. Bearing in mind the chat should be should be about a 5 to 10 second delay on the chat tonight. So yeah, much easier to keep bang up to date. Yeah. So bearing in mind tomorrow we'll carry on working with that. Green Warrior says, who was doing the lead sick this mod? I can't remember now. That was about last week, I think, when the talk of that was on the go. So I've kind of lost track of that. Right, let's get some trees in here then. Oh, it was Shank, was it? Okay. Yeah. Okay, enough said. There we go. I honestly don't know enough about what's gone on with that big Shank dude. Really don't know enough, and I'd rather not get involved. Do you know what I mean? But I know there's been some drama or something with him, but something like that. Right, let's delete the enclosure thingy there, because that's no longer enclosure 11. Enclosure 11 no longer exists. Okay, putting in some basic decos. This is going to be the sauropod enclosure, so I kind of want to yeah, I'm going to have to get the radius down on that brush and kind of just fill right into the edge, because yeah, it's probably best to kind of hide this fence. I'm trying to do it so even though the enclosures might be rectangular, once the tour's underway, you won't be able to realise or recognise that, because it'll be a lot of foliage that kind of crafts the enclosure rather than, do you know what I mean? Rather than the actual fence shape of the enclosure, if that makes any sense. Tiny Gamer says, his underage keeps getting banned, keeps returning. That's pretty much the entire Shank. Yeah, I know he keeps coming back, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. Green Warrior says, all herbivores are omnivores if there's no plants to eat, or at least most. Yeah, I'm just catching up on the chat there. Can't wait to have more aquatic species rig editing. Jessica says the Therizinosaurus was omnivore too. Yeah, you would be surprised just how, you know, what animals will eat when they get desperate. I think that looks pretty good. Let me just put the remove on there, because I will want to be kind of oh god, that sounds horrible. Kind of making it so you can go all the way round, just round here like this. And thankfully adding in the foliage like so has added some like ferns and stuff to the ground, so that's nice. Okay. Okie dokie. There we go. Green Warrior says, if you can make a model that good at that age, I see nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I think it's just something to do with Nexus terms of service, I think. That's all it is. Jessica says, can someone tell me how to use rigs for different dinosaurs? I don't think there's actually a guide for that yet. In all honesty, I don't think there is. It has been done, but only on the jaw of the Carcara monstrum, as far as I'm aware. I might be out of touch with that, but as far as I know, that is what it is. There we go. Tiny Gamer says, now I just want to see a brachio eating meat. Got to ask Kai. Okie dokie. Tiny Gamer says, what do you mean? I do speak fairly quick, so you might have to be a bit more clear on what do I mean, if you know what I mean. Green Warrior says, I've seen that you can use different feeders even if the rig is herbivorous or whatever, but I do not mod, so I don't know. Tiny Gamer says, rig editing. Yeah, basically, do you know, like the skeleton of the models, yeah, I think it was, who was it who did the Carcara Monstrum? Was it Harley Quinn's Ego? I believe it was. Essentially, for the jaw of that, apparently the jaw was rig edited to make it a bit more thingy, and that's the first rig edited dino, so the skeleton was edited. Mecha, hello there. Oh, I'm a big fan. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. He says, I could make a meat-eating brachy model right now in like 10 minutes. Nice. There we go. So, yeah, rig editing, just catching up there. Yeah, welcome to the stream, mate. Thank you for joining us tonight. There we go. Just having a look right now. So that is the first editions of the sauropod enclosure. That looks pretty good. Bearing in mind, everybody who's watching, there is currently numerous enclosures which do not have a designation according to my paperwork. So if you wanted to let me know what you want to see in enclosure 22, all the way, no, 22 is unaccounted for at the minute. Let me have a look. 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30 currently have no designations for what's going to go in them. Everything else in the park has a designation. Green Warrior says a clear enclosure. Oh, don't do this to me, mate. Don't do it to me, please. Okay. Mecha says thank you. Awesome. He says, been watching for a while, just don't talk much. Yeah, that's all good, mate. It's all good. Just hope you enjoy the stream. That's it. Mecha says a replacement enclosure. I suppose I could do a joke, not a joke one, but I mean, there is a few just completely out there new species. So if we have a look for enclosure 26, I'm putting this in brackets for now. Clear, replacement. You know, if we're going for them, it's going to have to be Yoshi and Garfield, isn't it? There's no other way to do it. May as well go all in. Might even put that, what was it? The DDTOA, the one with the butterfly icon, but it's just the silly thing. I know it's been removed from Nexus, but I've still got it. So I'll put that in brackets there. That dancing with the devil or something in it. Dancing with the devil, something in brackets. So yeah, 26 then, kind of a joke enclosure. Yeah, something like that. Okay, we've got a little joke enclosure on the go. Green Warrior says, don't ruin the realism. Yeah, okay, that's just in brackets. That's just in brackets for now, okay? Don't ruin the realism. Catalyst says, if there was a Pachyrhinosaurus, they should add a Patchy, Juniper and Scowler skin from Walking with Dinosaurs. I'm all for more skin, more everything, really. I don't know how to make mods though, but you know, Jessica's helping with that a little bit. But I'm more of a do this, do that monkey on the keyboard. Just do this, do that. Yep. I don't really know what I'm doing, in all honesty. Tiny Gamer says, put all the South America pack dinos in one. Ah, not a bad idea. Okay, 27 then. We'll do 27. South America. Yeah, and I'll look up if any of the other new species are from South America as well. That's a very good idea. Thank you very much. That is now written in. But we still have 5 more enclosures which have no designation to them. I'm thinking 30 would just be like a nice... I'm just thinking. Because I really wanted to do a vote on my community tab and put the name of every new species with a picture, preferably. But problem is you can only put 5 options in to vote. So what I think I might do is find, if anybody can let me know in the chat, what would be the best website or something to do an online poll publicly, share it on the community tab, keep spamming it on live streams for about 2 weeks with every single name of every new species dinosaur, roughly in the order they're released, and essentially maybe even like a basic picture of them. Maybe you can vote on 5 each of your favourites, and then at the end of it, the top 10 not only do a top 10 showcase video, but top 10 would be going into enclosure 30. So it would be the top 10 safari. That's a really good idea there for enclosure 30. I'm just going to put that in there. Top 10 safari. Like I say, this is a community driven park, so what better way to have it community driven than the final kind of main enclosure to have the top 10 as voted for by the community. What a way to end the tour that'd be. Ooh. Tiny Gamer says 30 should be Harley's, Torvo and Paki as tribute to them being the first new species. Ooh, that's a good idea. Or, obviously 30, if I'm going to get 10 in there, then kind of 30 will need to be that one. But 29, if we do that as the... Because bearing in mind, when the park tour is complete, it will be... I will upload that as a separate video, premiere it, and I'll probably do a live thing of that as well once the park's complete. But obviously, for the pre-recorded one, it will be all captioned in the top left what the enclosure's called, what dinosaurs are included, and everything like that. So 29 should be called like the Founders Enclosure or something like that. With maybe like the first 5 new species that ever released or something. That'd be really good. Founders Enclosure. That's good. I'm just kind of adapting ideas into stuff that will kind of fit the enclosures, if you know what I mean. Founders Enclosure. First 5 new species. Yep. The first 5 are legendary, let's be honest. I think it was like the Dimetrodon as well. Dimetrodon. Now, I had no idea way back when that Pachyrhinosaurus came out, and I think that was about February this year. I had no clue how quick people were going to be making these new species. It's blown me away. I think we're up to over 150 now. Yeah. Okay, I'm just catching up there. There we go. Catching up. Yeah, Catalyst says if they were making Jurassic World Evolution 2, they should carry the DLCs. Oh yeah, they should carry everything over. But you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Mecha says I think we hit 200 a while back. 200 species in total, yes, but not 200 new species. So in your enclosures, you will be over 200. But as far as I know, and I have done the odd count as well on my new species list, and bearing in mind that includes the ones that have been removed as well, and I don't think it's up to 200. I will double check that, and I will update the community tab as soon as possible with just how many new species there is. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. So if I did a community vote with the name of every new species dinosaur, I know it's going to take ages for me to put the pictures in and that as well, and maybe gave everybody 5 votes. Do you know what I mean? To vote on which new species they like the most, and then the top 10 would then get into the top 10 enclosure, the top 10 safari for enclosure 30. That'd take a lot of effort for enclosure 30, but I'm willing to do it. I have time on my hands, it's fine. Okay, I'm just catching up then. Jessica says, I was watching the documentary on shoe bills that look like dinos. They do look very odd. They've got them weird odd faces, aren't they? Okay, Mecha says, think we hit 200 there. I've already addressed that. Tiny Gamer says, I don't want to see my irritator in a desert. That's cruel. I'm just catching up. I don't think... Yeah, there can't be a desert enclosure here because it is Isla Pina that I'm working on, so there won't be any deserts here. Unless there's a mod that comes out that adds extra terrain brushes. But unlikely. That's a bit of a cringy face, it's fine. Mecha says, BIS lied to me then. Oh dear. Tiny Gamer, not for a desert, okay. Catalyst says, Jurassic World Dominion, blue grows feathers like the Jurassic Park 3 raptors. Ooh, yeah, they're more like little spines on its head, aren't they? Yeah. Green Warrior says, but that's where it was found to me. It just seems dope, even if he probably didn't actually live there. It's my final wish. Oh, no desert tool. Yeah, in the terrain tools, let me find that. Landscaping. Yeah, there isn't actually a brush for sand on Islapina. So it's dirt, which is this one. There is the shale. I do like the shale with the environment rework. That does actually look really cool. There's the rock texture as well. That's probably going to be something similar to what I'm using for the whatchamacallit, for the Triassic enclosure. As far as I know, there was no grass in the Triassic, so I'd have to do something probably shale or dirt that doesn't have the grass texture when you zoom in, similar to like how that looks there. Yeah, so it'd have to, probably the dirt texture is going to have to be the one for that. Okie dokie. Tiny Gamer says new terrain brushes would be legendary. Yeah, it don't make any sense to have all them terrain brushes but only give you access to 4 on any given map. Don't make any sense, does it? Don't make any sense. Green Warrior says, I do like shale. Yeah, that shale texture is very good. I'm going to have to incorporate that a little bit into each enclosure, I think, or just kind of pepper it a little bit. Jessica says, what do you think about cassowaries? They look like dinos too. They do look very odd, don't they? They look a bit like Archaeornithomimus, but smaller. But they are very aggressive in real life, apparently. Green Warrior says, snow, lava, sand, wavy sand, concrete, brick would be nice. Also, the texture of the paths from JPOG would also be good. Because that path texture is like really like retro kind of theme park cobbly looking. You know what I mean? Just thinking if I do a bit of shale around the drinking bits, round the pools, that'll give it that little bit of extra dynamic, if you know what I mean. Unless we go with rock, kind of scale that down a bit. Rock round the edge and then shale in the pool, something like that. That looks fairly good to me like that. I don't like how that looks. Yeah, let's do it like that. And it looks a bit like Hot Springs then. Catalyst says, I can do a raptor call from Jurassic World and Park. Yeah, you just sound like you got a bad cough. Yeah. I don't know why I did that. All for entertainment's sake. Yeah. Oh God, my goodness, I don't know the things I do. Okay, Green Warrior says, I remember trying to imitate Raptor in elementary. What, like running around with your hands like that? Yeah, I think I used to do something similar to that. Cringy as it may seem. Yeah, I don't know. Things we did as kids. Jessica says, there must be a way to add more terrain painting tools. Hopefully, probably. Well, there has to be a way, yeah. There has to be a way. Whether it actually ever happens, who knows? But if the door could be open to adding in any brush from any island on any park, then the door would then be open for adding in custom brushes as well. So how do you all think this enclosure's looking so far? This is the opening sauropod enclosure, and obviously there is a bit of verticality to that now. The tour track, I intend to go round the drinking pool, back round this way, and then through the middle, and it's just new species sauropods in there. I'm happy to drop a save down on that because I'm quite happy with that so far. That's good. Like I say, the name of the stream is light decorating, part 4, light decorating. So yeah, like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to roll for tonight. We'll just see how it goes. I have done another stream tonight as well, and I've also got the episode 10 new species showcase to work on tonight. There is about 14 or 15 new species that have released since episode 9 this time last week. So yeah, okie dokie then. Tiny Gamer says blend that stone in a little bit more. Okay, Jessica says they're looking so nice. Okay, blend the stone in a little bit more. Okay, let's go really sort of low on the shale then. Just like a light bit of shale, just to, you know, just to pepper around the edge. Not all the way round, just loosely. Loose bits of shale, just to, yeah, and then have it kind of just loosely round the enclosure as well. Gotta love that shale. That's looking alright. Kind of replace a little bit of that as well. Just literally like like feathering the button as I do it, just so it gives it like just a light peppering. There you go, Tiny Gamer. Is that more to your liking, mate? Which one do you prefer? The one where it's like completely encircled by shale, or just where it's lightly sort of feathered like that? Who knows? We'll see. Okay, just kind of obviously this is just putting the template in place, you know what I mean? Remember, the main live stream will be on Saturday night. I do stream every Saturday now, and it will be working on this park as well. So yeah, make sure you you know, tune in for that if you want to see that. Mecca says I'm liking the lakes. Oh, thank you very much, mate. We are starting to make some progress now. This is only enclosure 1, and there is, oh god, technically 31 enclosures to this, including the volcano at the end, called Mount Warrior, it's called. Yeah, after Green Warrior, CEO of Creative Input, named that one. Let's put a little bit of shale just in the water as well, and it kind of makes it like that. And I kind of want, do you know, the swamp enclosures, the arthropod and the swamp enclosures, I want to look something similar to this, where there's different textures under the water as well. Bearing in mind, I will be uploading this park for you all to use once it's done, so, you know, that's the only thing I've ever uploaded to Nexus so far, is either videos or save files. So Tiny Gamer says turn down the intensity on one of the other tabs. It really helps for terrain paint. The first one does look a bit better than the second. There we go. Yeah, I will have a look at that. Let me have a look then. Intensity then. Let's turn that down and see. Let's put it onto about 1/3. And then up the radius slightly. That's going to be too big. And then kind of... Oh yeah, I see it. It does seem to reduce the kind of intensity. Only a little bit. I'm just feathering a little bit of it around, just so there's a bit of shale coming through in the enclosure, and then probably a little touch of rock here and there, maybe on the highest peaks, a little bit, something like that. Maybe so it just kind of like joins up some of the pools or something, you know what I mean? Just lightly. Nothing too major. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good for now. There we go. So let me just catch up there. Catalyst says that method helped me for creating a watering hole for herbivores. Yeah, I do like the look of them. In all fairness, that looks pretty good. They look kind of like hot springs the way they are. It's kind of got the rock and shale, kind of like bubbling up, like a hot spring or something. I don't know. It'd be nice if it was just lightly bubbling. Green Warrior says, Shrek the Ichthyovenator, get out of my swamp. Green Warrior says, is there a way to add non-replacement skins to non-replacement dinosaurs? So far, there is 3 different dinosaurs, I believe, that have new skins that don't replace existing skins. Yeah, so yes, indeedio, it is possible to do, but so far I think it's only Harlequin's Ego, I believe, which has put them out. I think one of them's for the Acrocanthosaurus. I can't remember. Yeah, I think I did a short showcase, I think, of it. I will have to look for that. But there's 3 different dinos as well that have non-replaced skins. Very, very nice. That add, you know, there's like the existing 6 and then it adds 6 so that they don't replace, which is very interesting. Canis Lupus, hello there. He says, hey there, how's it going? How's the dino building going? Very good, thank you, mate. I've just about done the terrain editing of the sauropod enclosure, the opening one, and the ground looks very nice. I do like that. It's very, very nice there. Green Warrior says, can we get Harley Quinn's ego to watch these streams? It's a public stream. If anybody ever wants to make him aware of these streams, feel free. Do you know what I mean? The more the merrier. And obviously the more mod authors that come in, becomes just like a melting pot of ideas, which would be really nice. Tiny Gamer says, like return to Jurassic Park. I'm just catching... Yeah, I've kind of trying to think what comment that refers to. Catalyst says, it was nice joining the stream. Bye-bye. All the best, mate. I'll catch you again real soon, okay? Chris, hello there. Welcome to the stream. How's it going, dude? You okay? How's the emulators treating you? If you need any more help, just let me know on Discord. It's all good. Jessica says, does anyone know how to add custom audio sounds for dinos? Tiny Gamer. Oh, yes. Yes, now I see what you mean. Yeah, Harley Quinn skins are like the... Harley Quinn's ego skins are like the Return to Jurassic Park ones. Yeah, it like adds the extra 6 in, yeah. I see what you mean now, yeah. My apologies. Erase Gaming says hello to Chris there. Chris says hello, Erase Gaming. Very nice. Very, very nice. I will let you know real quick, tomorrow night, if episode 10 of the mod showcase, the new species showcase, processes in time, I will be premiering that tomorrow night. Also, if anybody's ever heard of a game called Stuntman Ignition, it came out for the 360 and PS3 back in the day. I've done a full playthrough of that game, and it's uploaded, it's processed, just unlisted, and I'm probably going to premiere that tomorrow night as well. A very fun game, brutally difficult, and I've done every level like perfect combo all the way through it as well, which took me 3 days on and off. Not 3 full days, but 3 days on and off of recording, and then a night of editing, you know. So I'll premiere that tomorrow, before or after the new species showcase, and obviously Saturday night is the main stream there. So enclosure 2 then is the Spinosaur enclosure. So this is going to want to be very swampy, yeah, very swampy indeed. So let's, if this is swampy, this is going to want to be mostly flat. So let's get this flattened off a little bit. It is already quite flat, but kind of where that hill is, yeah, it wouldn't be too dreadful if it kind of led in quite steeply. I wouldn't mind that too much. Let's just smooth that off a touch. There we go, because this does want to be mainly swamp in here, so... Okay, Jessica says, my dino's going to be there. Yay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that voice was. It's all good, though. So this is going to want to be mainly water, this enclosure, mainly. Going to be Spinosaurs all over this. Going to put the water in first and then do the water removal tool on patches of it. So, see how that goes. Obstructed. Oh yeah, there's that tree sticking out, isn't there? Oh god. Okay. Next one is also... Oh yeah, I kind of need to keep a path going through it, don't I, for the tour track. That's alright, I can put the tour track in afterwards, that's fine. Okay, so let's have a look. Landscaping. Going to want the water removal tool. And just kind of carve paths through it. Kind of carve like a... There we go, that looks unnatural to do it like that, so let's have it more like that. It wants to just kind of trail through. Over to there. Yeah, that looks good. That looks nice. Green Warrior says, be right back. Make the Oxalia Ichthyovenator swamp nice and swampy until I get back. Yes, sir. Coming right up. Oh god, let me drop a save there then. That's a good place for a save. Overwrite that one. We are making significant progress now, and I do like that enclosure. I'm going to put all of the feeders and all that lot in. Erase Gaming asked a good question. Yeah, I did intend to answer that, and I don't know why I didn't. How do I intend to put the species in once it's done? Basically what I'll do is I'll find somewhere anywhere. Oh yeah, I'm looking in the wrong menu for hatcheries. I know there, look, stick a hatchery there. Maybe one in the far corner somewhere. Somewhere far off, or just in the middle of an enclosure where it's not going to do too much damage. And then stick like an ACU somewhere and just kind of airlift them all in. That's the plan. I know that'll take some time, but it'll be a lot of fun once the stream gets to that point where we are releasing them, because then that's when it'll really come into its own, once the dinosaurs start dropping in. And obviously before the stream begins, I'll have to go through all my notes, what new species I need and all that, and put them all in. Yeah, so that's where I'm up to with that. I think what I'll do is I think we'll finish this enclosure, and then that'll probably be it for the night. I have already done like an hour and a half stream on the other channel, just a one-off. And then I've got a lot of editing to do tonight. There is 2 videos I want to edit tonight, so that's going to take me a further 2 or 3 hours after the stream ends to try and get it ready for what is now tonight in UK time. So I've still got a night ahead, even after the stream ends, just keeping on top of it. Okay, so we want not too many trees then. We do want some trees, but not too many. So if I'm doing trees, I want them lightly against the edges, do you know? So let's go with radius. The best way to do this is probably just do it on both sides of the fence here. Intensity all the way up. Oh, that's the crag. We don't want crag. Okay. Just so that when the tour track's going, at least the fence will be mostly hidden. Yeah. That'll do. Make the swamp nice and swampy. Yeah, you notice that when you place trees, sometimes you get that the parrots coming out. There is a mod that replaces them with dimorphodons. Yeah, so yeah, you see all the parrots flying out. There is a mod that replaces them with dimorphodons, but obviously them parrots are really, really low res parrots. So also as well, when you're in free cam, if you wait around long enough, you can actually see pteranodons flying, but they're very, very rare. Very rare indeed. Okay, so he wanted this nice and swampy, so nice and swampy is what he's going to get. This was Green Warrior's enclosure idea. So, you know, if he wants swampy, we can have swampy. Jessica says, keep up the hard work. I'm going to work on the new species to inject the files. Oh, very nice. Erase Gaming says, oh my god, I just realised that no one's made another flying species in a while. Well, I don't know. There's no way of adding replacement ones, I don't think, for now. So that's probably what puts people off. If there's a way to add new species pteranodons, I think people would be actually making more. But they're all replacement. K-Fire, hello there. He says, hello, mate. Sorry I'm late. How's it going, dude? You okay? Thank you for joining us tonight. Okay, like I say, it is an impromptu stream, but the way schedules and things work out at the minute, it is kind of plausible, if not quite possible, that I will be doing a stream most/some Thursday nights along with the Saturday night stream. Oh my god, I've gone and used the water tool there. Me finger literally slipped. Yeah. I was pressing that and my finger slipped onto the shoulder button there. I know, yeah, placing these trees is a bit excruciatingly slow, but I'd rather do it this way so it's accurate. And it'll be one long swamp. Yes, yes. There we go. So we still have 2 enclosures. 3 enclosures if you discount the joke enclosure. 3 enclosures which currently have no designation so far. Spicy. So, yeah, if you have any other enclosure ideas, fire away. As you can see, now that the decorations are going in, the aesthetics of it is starting to take shape. Yeah, I think in the Triassic scenery, or in one of the scenery packs, there's clusters of ferns as well. Clusters of ferns. Okay, I don't know why I go into that creepy voice. Okay, let's add a bit more water heading kind of that way. I will smooth that off in a second. But we want the swamp enclosure to be a touch more swampy. So, there we go. That's looking nice. That's looking nice. I'll do that and then I'll just smooth it off afterwards. I'll be fine. Jessica says, can you make the desert enclosure? There's no terrain brush for sand. Yeah. There's no terrain brush for sand on this map, unfortunately. So let's just kind of smooth that off a little bit. That'll be very nice when that comes along. Right, Green Warrior, look, this enclosure is for you, mate. So that's the swamp as it stands. I'm going to add all the ferns and everything, all the reeds to it. And then some of the other thing, load of trees sticking up and out and all that lot. And then it goes into the other swamp as well. Obviously, it'll be nothing but fish feeders in here as well, once the time comes. Tiny Gamer says Megatherium and Smilodon for a Pleistocene South America. I could potentially split enclosure 5 into 5A and 5B. That is the mammal-ish Pleistocene Cenozoic type enclosure. The mammal enclosure is listed as having, not mammal, but, you know, not dinosaur enclosure. Mammoth, rhino, coelencan, Asteminosuchus, Smilodon, Paraceratherium, Chinchilla and Megatherium. I know the coelencan is a giant terror bird. But, yeah, that's kind of where we're up to with that at the minute. But I am willing to adapt ideas. That mammal enclosure was my idea, so I am happy to, you know, adapt the ideas. Green Warrior says, you mean popular hit Sloth Lover, best in slot from UK instead of Megatherium, right? Yeah. Whichever. When the time comes, we'll figure that out, okay? I'm happy to put the top hat Megatherium in there. It's really no bother. Jessica says, oh, I got an idea. Make an enclosure where you have in-gen assets along with some dinosaurs. I do intend on peppering some of the scenery items around anyway. So, obviously in the sauropod enclosure, you could probably get away with a tent here and there. But then obviously in the like large predator enclosures, you kind of want, I mean, in the swamp look, just like a big rack of ribs sticking out. That's pretty good. Along the tour track, that looks very, very convincing. Looks like a tar pit, like an Apatosaurus has fell in. Yeah, I think what Jessica means is the in-gen assets like the crates and the shipping containers and all that lot. Yeah, Tiny Gamer says it's like 3:20 AM right now, so I'm going to head out. Thank you for joining us for so long, mate. I look forward to any mods you come up with. As always, the new species showcase will be premiering tonight for you and me. So yeah, it's still tomorrow for the American people. I don't know why I'm doing that. What's with that hand? That's the American people over there on the map. Yeah, they're still on Thursday at the minute, but it's Friday for me at the minute. Take it easy, dude. Catch you real soon, okay? Thank you for stopping by and chatting along with us, okay? Yeah, Erase Gaming says for me it's 9 a.m. Yep. Far East somewhere. Yes, indeed. Yes. Okie dokie. So that is going well. Green Warrior, any other suggestions as to how you want this Spinosaur enclosure to progress? I think first things first, we're going to want to get some vibrant kind of ferns or something in there. Maybe place an island with a clutch of eggs just off the trail. Oh, dude, that's a great idea. Okay, so let's get the landscaping tool then and do the water removal. Just kind of like that. And then we'll want the terrain raise tool. Radius. Ooh, that's a bit too big. It's alright though. Kind of like that. So it's kind of like off to the side a little bit. Then the radius even smaller. And then dent it in a little bit. So it creates kind of like a nest site. Like that. Then we're going to want the terrain brush to kind of terrain it to dirt. Oh yeah, I like that idea. That's a brilliant idea, mate. I like that. K-Fire says, I know this park's just for new species, but can you make the Battle at Big Rock exhibit? It's Allosaurus and the Zotoceratops. That would be against the entire ethos of the park. I wouldn't be able to call it a new species only park if there was one dinosaur in here which wasn't a new species. But once this is done, further down the line, I am going to be doing numerous other park builds. So that's definitely an idea to hang on to for the future for sure. Right, so we've got a clutch or two of eggs. Let me delete them for now. We want them kind of dotted. Oh, come on, don't give me build constraints. That's just ludicrous. A few clutches of eggs, and then we've got like a little hatching site over here, haven't we? Don't want them too uniform. That'll look silly. There we go. That's looking good. And then we need some... We don't want them too hidden, do we? So let's get grassland a little bit. Just up the radius a little bit and just put some grass around them. And then they'll look a bit more natural that way. I don't know if they'd even be visible from the tour route. I think they would if you looked out the window at the right angle. I think what would be better then, keep them as they are, but then just dot a few, just so they'd be visible. Then they are like, it's like a little Easter egg then for anybody driving past. You've got a few egg clutches. And then maybe, just maybe one that's just next. Nah, that's too obvious. No animal would lay its egg so close to an active tour track. Okay. Jessica says Cassowarisaurus as a new species. Yeah, if you did it as like an Archaeornithomimus and cassowary hybrid, would be fairly cool. But a Cassowarisaurus I don't think actually exists, does it? Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of crazy dinosaurs out there. There is, that I don't know about. Green Warrior says more like snack, not Casa whatevs. Green Warrior says, yeah, but Triassic plants are my fave, so definitely a generous handful of those. Okay, we do want a few of them, like, big old tree things sticking out as well, don't we? Some weird noises coming from that water. We are going to want a big rack of ribs as well. Get the rack of ribs. There's the Apatosaurus skull somewhere as well. Let me see if I can find that. We're going to want an abandoned truck somewhere. Maybe somewhere in the water or something. Near the nest. It'd be pretty good. As if someone came to try and extinguish the nest. Like that. And then it looks a bit more swampy. You've got a submerged wreck in there. Some barrels. Ooh, barrels. barrels on the island. Something like that. And then it just gives it a bit more of a dimension, doesn't it? Okay. Where's the Apatosaurus skull? I'm sure there is one. The rock. That's alright, but it's a bit too blatant. Catalyst Short Film says, I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome. Okay. Jessica says, is there a dino that's related to Cassowary, not Cassowarisaurus? I honestly don't know, but the closest thing to it, rig-wise, would be an Archaeornithomimus or a Struthiomimus, I think. Okay, so I think that would be nice just to add that as an entrance to the opening bit there of that enclosure. Make an only JFD and AOG new species exhibit. That's a fantastic idea because them skins for them are ridiculously good. So enclosure, we'll go enclosure 22 on that, and then there's only enclosure 28 left to go. JFD and AOG only. Fantastic. Thank you for the good idea, mate. That is great. There's only one more enclosure, so if you've got an idea, this is the enclosure that'll be. And bearing in mind the tour track will snake through these in this kind of manner. And designed in such a way where it's kind of like that, where even though the enclosures themselves are fenced into squares, the tour will go round in such a way, and they're all kind of designed in such a way where you wouldn't be able to tell from the tour perspective that the enclosures were just giant rectangles and squares for the most part. Okay, so that's looking good. The island's looking pretty good. I'm liking that. We're going to need some rocks in the swamp as well. So let's get a couple of rock clusters, maybe sticking out a little bit. I'm just figuring out where these can go. Just being quite easy going as to where to put these. Small rock cluster, maybe the one there kind of in the water a bit. Green Warrior says, must read above. KF, creative input above him. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. Yep. My apologies. I think names of the two Ichthyovenator are my axolotls, were they not? So the one Oxalia can be Shrek. We'll get to that once they're in the enclosures. We'll figure out what to name them all, okay? But I will reserve the Spinosaur enclosure for you to name, okay? I do promise you that, okay? Erase Gaming says T-Rex and baby T-Rex enclosure. We do already have that as an enclosure idea. That is enclosure 18. That's why it's quite big. T-Rex family with young T-Rexes in there. So that is enclosure 18. It's a good job I wrote all these down because I'd have trouble remembering all these off the top of my head as to what's going where. Large cluster of them. For this, I think that would make it look like quite mangrovey if we get a load of these in there. Just kind of pepper them in haphazardly. Was that the large cluster? Yes, it was. Kind of. Yeah, let's get these just peppered in. Okay. Green Warrior says also redesigned. Yeah, the Green Warrior from CEO of Creative Input. I've done what I wanted and leave it to everyone else. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's all good, mate. Hey, I tell you what, mate, the input is very welcome. So they look good, but they might look a bit too uniform then. I'm going to have to mix them in with the crag, I think. Where is it? Where's the crag? There it is. Let's get this nice and wide on the crag there. That didn't sound right. Oh, it's not crag that I want. What's this? That's more like it. That'll look really swampy. Okay, gonna want that bit more thingy there. Canis Lupus says JFD made some awesome replacement dinos in the past. would be awesome for them to be turned into new species. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Jagged Fang does crazy work on the models and the skins, I must admit. The more... Don't get me wrong, even kind of like... Oh my god, I've hit the bloody... Oh, what is this? Okay, let me just... There we go. It's exactly back to where it was. Yeah, even kind of like what looked to be low effort, like new species and that, they're not actually low effort. People are learning. Do you know what I mean? It's all good. So I'm happy to see any new species, but especially when they're high quality. They're the ones that make you go, wow. For example, that Hesperosaurus from Serpy Derpy, that's fantastic. The Seismo, that is just ridiculously good. Yeah, there's also a species that I've been doing testing for recently as well. And it is the... I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but it's very, very good. And I know that that's going to end up being one of my favourites. I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything, so I'll leave that for now. There we go. This is looking very swampy now. Looking very mangrovey, swampy. Green Warrior says, all you have to do is pelt the creators with make non-replacement. This is a joke. Mod creators hate their lives if people spam that. Yeah. Oh, God. Chris says, can you have a small piece of the trail submerged just deep enough for the Jeep to go through? Not within this enclosure, no. Because the Jeep trail would automatically pull it above the water. But as a consolation, this enclosure over here is going to be the aquatic enclosure. And the only way for the water to actually get in is for me to create a slightly, very slightly submerged section of track which will go through this water. So that is the closest thing I'm going to be able to do to that. But there will be a section of that which I'm going to put in the water, and then invisible fence, and in there there'll be Elasmosaurus, Megalodon, not Megatherium. Yeah, but that will be coming later on. So this here now, look, is the Spinosaurus swamp. And this is kind of the way that the tour Jeep will be going through it. I think this will look fantastic once there's a load of big Spinosaurs kind of roaming round in here. What's your thoughts on this then, Green Warrior? Does this look up to spec? It does need padding out a little bit over here. It's a bit low on swampiness over here. There we go. Get a bit more swampiness on the go. There we go. Up the intensity, up the radius. Let's go. Kind of want the overall path mainly clear. I mean, but I will put some of the plants across the path a little bit. Okay, it's that bit there that looked a bit empty there. Green Warrior says 9 out of 10 needs more tall Triassic trees. Oh yeah, them. The ones that look like the collapsed one of them. Yeah. Okay, that one does look good. I'll put them in clusters. Yeah. Lone. We want kind of groups of them then, don't we? That there, and then it looks like one of them's collapsed. Out the 4. Okay, so let's get that in there then. A few clusters of these. 10 swampiness up to 11. Yes. Okay, I'll do clusters of 3 and then I'll add in a few which are just like single ones on their own. Okay, so let's get that one in there. That is truly a magnificent tree. Is it them trees? Did you want the other ones where they're like them flat top ones as well? I could probably chuck 1 or 2 of them in just to add a bit of variety. Yeah, kind of chuck them in. Green Warrior says you should get a creator to create a new species just for enclosure 28. That's not a bad idea, but I don't have a lot of sway really. So, you know, I don't know. Enclosure 28. We'll leave that for now. because I'm sure there's going to be one fantastic idea at some point that's going to come in. So yeah, let's just have a quick look at this. So obviously, as we go through, look, we go, here's the herbivore enclosure. The tour gate will go kind of through there, the tour track, should I say. Round here, loads of, in this first enclosure, we're planning a Margosaurus, that sailed one, Maripunisaurus, Agarasaurus, Argentinosaurus, Breviparipus. But the Breviparipus might move because that's the Africa pack one, so I might have to... Oh, it's in one of the Africa ones. So then you come through here, and as you can see, once these enclosures are done, they're going to be fantastic. Obviously, tour comes through this section. Nice little downhill, steep bit there. And then... Oh, wait, look, we need more swampiness over here. There's a definite lack of swampiness in this corner. So we need all that grassland to kind of fill that up. There we go. I'm really liking that swamp enclosure. That looks truly like overgrown and dangerous as well. If the other swamp enclosure looks half as good as that, I'll be happy. Do you know, with actual swamp dinos in there, swamp animals, carbonomies and all that lot. Okay, so let's get the scenery then, and let's do a couple more of them fallen ones of them, because they do look good. Large fallen log, not that one. Yeah. Couple more of them, because they do look good and have them kind of sticking out at different angles. Maybe one that goes like over the track slightly would look pretty good. Similar to that, yeah. And then another one kind of over here. So they're pointing at different angles as well, so it don't look too obvious. Green Warrior says, but 5 out of 10 shrubbery on the actual track itself. You're making me work tonight. You're making me work. It's all right though. So let's go. I'm just gonna have a little tester of what these shrubs look like. Yeah, it needs to be a slightly bigger. I'm actually on remove there. Coastal. Yeah, so it wants to be kind of like overgrown grass, doesn't it? For the bit where the track's gonna go on, but bearing in mind that when the track goes on that, it is going to basically remove like the middle section of it. Centroid says, nice dinos. Hello there, mate. How's it going? Yeah, thank you for joining us, mate. It's all good. As you can see, there's no dinosaurs in the park yet, so I can tell you're not paying attention. Right? Oh, God. Hey, it was a good stream earlier, mate. Spot on. Good to reconnect with... some of the old drone community and that we used to spend so much time with. Green Warrior says, with the Force, I can feel that Shrek the Oxaliah does not wish for actual Shrek to challenge him. Shrek's dump could destroy him. Okay. Oh, God. Mark says, I was referring to our panel. Yeah, it's funny enough because in one of the Discord servers, American Psycho put in there. He put, you're gonna have to stop hanging around with the pensioners, otherwise they're gonna have you playing bingo next. I was like, wow. God. Okay, that's added a load of grass and like overgrown grass to the path. I'm really happy with how that swamp's looking. Yeah, there we go. Let me have a look. K-Fire says, can you make a Gallimimus Halley, but with the new species that use a Gallimimus and the other Mimus rig? I'm still not sure how to make new species, mate. Do you know what I mean? So you're better off kind of putting that out there, you know what I mean, to someone basically who isn't me. I just indulge in the mods. I don't make them. I'd love to be making them. I am trying to help people make mods and trying to learn a little bit myself. I do want to be making these mods. That swamp enclosure to me is looking fantastic. That is truly just swamp. I'm just trying to guide you through it just to show you how good it looks. I'm very pleased with that, and obviously that overhanging log there adds a bit of dimension to it as well, which is very good. Yeah, I'm very happy I've done this decorating in the live stream rather than actually doing what I said I was going to do and actually doing this decorating outside of live streams, because then it would have looked completely different. It wouldn't have had these trees. It probably wouldn't have had these bushes. It would have been a lot more plain, and obviously Green Warrior kind of cracking the whip. We want this, has kind of made it as good as it is. So that's definitely a bonus right there, and it's also a time to drop a save. Green Warrior says a Valiant nests with the non-egg stealer Oviraptor would be cool. Ooh, yes, I forgot about the Oviraptor. Right, enclosure 3 is another swamp, but we can make this one a bit different anyway. This is the Dinosuchus, Dimetrodon, Carbonomies, and Minmi swamp. So this is going to be a bit less like that. It's going to be more mangrovey, this swamp. So if I go to scenery, and these ones here look like mangroves. You understand what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Yes, but that will be for next stream, because, yeah. I did intend to do about an hour. Done like an hour and a half. I've been really kind of caught up in this. And obviously the main stream will be on Saturday night, which will be a good 2 or 3 hours getting stuck into this. But for now, I'm going to wish you all a good night, and, you know, make my excuses and leave, because I still do have several hours worth of video editing to go yet tonight, or this morning as we are now. And I will carry on exactly where we've left off here. I have dropped the save as well. I have remembered this time. Yeah, I will be carrying on right from here to create this third enclosure. Yeah, on Saturday night, if I've got time, I will actually. I can't guarantee I'll stream tomorrow, but I definitely will be on Saturday night between 10 and 11. I'll get it scheduled in a few hours ahead of time. Carry on exactly where we are now. But I mean, that's looking fantastic. Don't get me wrong, enclosure 1 looks good, but it does need to be kind of open for the sauropods. But that swamp there with a load of Spinosaurs running around in it, that just looks dense. I mean, I know the stream gets a bit laggy when I move like that, but that's looking great. To me, that looks fantastic. I'm really happy with that. Yes. So, yeah, Mecca says, it was a fun stream. Catch you all later. Yes, thank you very much, mate. Canis Lupus says, looking good so far. Keep it up. Green Warrior, very nice trees. Creator of Jurassic Shrubbery gets mod gets a chef's kiss. Oh, yes, them Triassic non-replaced scenery is very good. Chris says, good night. Peace out. Green Warrior, where do you live? KFGs. It was a good day, not night. It's night time for me. It's middle of the night for me. So, yeah, 9:52 there. Yeah, it's all good. But we will carry on exactly from there, either tomorrow, but definitely, maybe tomorrow, but definitely Saturday, okay? I will be premiering videos tomorrow as well. Yes, the chef's kiss. Very nice trees. Creator of the Jurassic Shrubbery mod gets a chef's kiss. Ah, mamma mia, bellissimo. Yeah, Erase Gaming, good night, even though it's 9 AM for me. Yes, goodbye, everybody. Thank you for dropping in tonight. And I'll catch you all again real soon. Hopefully catch you on the premiere tonight, tomorrow, today. Whichever one it is for you. Okay. Farewell, everybody. I'll catch you all Saturday night, okay? Farewell, everybody. Bye-bye.